Hi everybody. Just let me get this put here so I can, stream hands-free. Hi. Wow, do I have some stuff to talk about today? I thought about putting this on. As far as I know, no one I know is subscribed to my YouTube channels, so I figured I would just go here and, my hair looks like crap today. I just washed it. I just figured, I'd rant about this or chat with you guys about family problems. Well, here last week my kids start school. I'm in Nebraska, so we start school, mid-August. And on the first day of school, I took pictures as the kids were getting ready. Eldest is going. My eldest is in 10th grade. My middle child is in 8th grade, and my youngest is in 6th. So yeah, I got one in high school, two in junior high. So it was a very special school year. My son will be in high school next year. I can't believe I'll have two kids in high school. Growing up way too freaking fast. And I'm only 34. So when I was taking their pictures, I was just going around taking their pictures, and my eldest flipped me the bird. I was taking her picture. Excuse me. And, she flipped me, with the bird, and I, that's something that we do in this house. That's something that all of our friends do. I posted the picture, and all of my friends were basically like, yep, that's my son. Yep, my daughter did that today. Yep. My son was basically doing that to me all summer. And I called my grandma and my mom, and a few days after, to tell them how school was going and everything. Sorry, I was looking at my cats. Thought a fight was going to go on. I guess they're just playing with a worm. One of my cats found a worm. Doesn't know what to make of it. I wonder if they'll eat it. They eat garter snakes, so I don't know why a worm would be any different. So I called my grandma and my mom, and my mom gets on the phone and says, your Aunt Carla showed me a picture that you put on Facebook the other day. I was like, okay. She's like, yeah, it's the one where Lexi is flipping the bird to everybody. And I was like, yeah, she doesn't like getting her picture taken, so sometimes she'll flip people off. No big deal to me. She's like, I can't believe that you allow that. You're the mom. And I was like, that's our family dynamic. We call each other bitch. We call, it's just, something that, it's out of love. We say bitch with this, with a smile on our face and everything, so it's not like it's a big deal. And so, to us around here, in South Central Nebraska, it's not like it's that big of a deal. It's just something that kids do. It's something that, young parents do. And yes, I consider myself a young parent. Even at 34, I almost have all of my kids in high school. How many people at 34 can say that all their kids are basically in high school? There's really no difference between middle school and high school. There's no difference. That's why around here in Nebraska, junior highs and high schools are lumped together. And And yeah, so I mean, it was it was just something that I found so freaking stupid that my mom was trying to start a fight about. Hi, Armageddon Time! How's it going? Oh my gosh, it's like been forever. Hi! Yeah, I'm just talking about family issues. You can always replay this later, but I'll catch you up. Um, Here last week, um, my kids started school in Nebraska. We start mid-August, and I took a picture of my eldest daughter. She was, she doesn't like getting her picture taken for some reason. Oh, I am fine, dear. I am fine. Just listen to this. And she gave, and she was flipping the bird to everybody, in the picture. And my mom I called my mom a couple days later to tell them how the first couple of days of school went. And my mom went on this big old huge rant that I shouldn't be allowing my kids, to flip the bird in pictures. And I basically told her it's the lifestyle that we live. I mean, my eldest daughter and I call each other a bitch. Okay, she is almost 16 years old, okay? I don't know if my mom remembers what it's like when my sister and I were 16, but yeah, we were flipping each other off. We were calling each other bitch too. No, they're not graduation pics. No, I mean she's only a sophomore in high school. So I mean it was just plain retarded. And my God, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, Megan, really? Are you sure? You're the mom. You're supposed to stop behavior like this, not advocate it." And I'm just, like, okay, why are you telling me how to raise my kids? My eldest aunt has no kids, so I don't think she should have the right to tell me what to do. Okay, my mom raised me and my sister, so yeah, she has the right. My youngest aunt had twins, so yeah, she has the right to kind of tell me what to do, but she doesn't. My grandma just basically chimes in with saying, that's probably not good, just don't do it anymore, and that's that. The more you protest, the more they rebel. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's like my mom's generation and my generation are at each other's throats. Oh my gosh. And it's, hey kitties, and it's just plain stupid and retarded and everything else. I mean, I can't believe my family does this. No matter what I do, my mom always has something to say that I'm doing something bad or doing something wrong, and it's like, well, see, here's the thing, too. You say my generation's over here playing video games. Yeah, see? That's another thing. My husband has videos on YouTube. He does Minecraft. And, as soon as he gets home from work, he goes straight into our room, and does Minecraft videos, records Minecraft. And my grandma just is like, yeah, sure, whatever, she doesn't really understand that type of thinking. But my mom is like, no, he should be out with the kids, playing games with the kids, outside playing with the kids. But my kids are always on the PlayStation. They're always on the PlayStation 3. They're always watching Hulu. They're always on their computer playing Fortnite or whatever. Hashtag not sponsored by anything that I'm saying. And, yeah, and I'm always on the computer watching YouTube, whatever, The outside sucks. Yeah, anymore these days, yeah, because I read stories, and I watch news reports of parents that get in trouble for letting their kids play outside. I mean, at dumb ages. You know, it's like at the age of where kids should be outside unsupervised. 8, 9, 10, and up. You know, it's like parents are now getting in trouble for being parents. Oh, 27 degrees. Is that Celsius, my dear? So I can turn on my car. It's 65 Fahrenheit here. So if I just... Come on. Where is it? Yes, 18 degrees Celsius here today. Now, I'm trying to learn the metric system, so there are times I keep it on Celsius, so I know what the degrees what the degrees is in Celsius. But then I see 18 degrees, and my brain automatically goes to Fahrenheit, and 18 degrees here is frigid. Hi, Julius. This is my kitty, Julius. Isn't he pretty? He's a male calico, and there's hardly male calicos born. So yeah, he's my baby. He's my precious. There's another calico born here yesterday morning. Oh, I got kitty fur on my lips now. And it was female. So yeah, I can't wait till she gets older. Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't matter what I do in life. My parents always think my husband and I, yeah, that's pretty warm. Yeah, gal. It's been like, here the last couple of weeks, it's been in the 80 degrees Fahrenheit around here, close to 90 Fahrenheit. But yeah, no matter what I do, yeah, they're gonna disagree, Armageddon. That's right. They are gonna disagree. It's just, yeah. I mean, I hope I'm not that way. I hope I can just at least, you know, when my kids get to be parents, I hope that I can just at least, you know, say this is my opinion. You know, this is my opinion. This is what I think you should do, but you do what you think is right. At least phrase it differently, you know? Phrase it in a way where they're like, okay, well, this is what my mom thinks. This is what my husband and I think. What should I do? I mean, and here's the thing. My eldest daughter thinks she's bisexual. It's not something that she knows. She's never been with a girl. She's never been with a guy. But she thinks she has kind of a crush on one of her girlfriends. I don't know if she's just mistaking it for sisterly love, because I've had a lot of sisterly love for all of my girlfriends. You know, it's just I love them as a sister. You know, so I don't feel ashamed if I give them a little peck on the cheek. You know, but yeah, you never know. This is 2018. You know, I don't. You know, right now, if she wants to think that she's lesbian or bisexual and wants to be with a girl, at least I don't have to worry about her getting pregnant in high school, you know. But I'm just glad that she's not even looking at guys that way. In my hair, just, oh god, my hair's crap today. So yeah, so at least I don't have to worry about, you know, hopefully don't have to worry about pregnancies yet, hopefully. Although I keep on talking to my kids about it, especially my son, you know, because it seems like a lot of the boys, you know, basically just get away with getting the girl pregnant. Like it falls on the girl to take care of the baby when they're in high school and everything. But I told my son if he ever got a girl pregnant in high school, right then and there, he was going to go out looking for a job, even if it's only part-time, and half of his paycheck was going to go to the baby mama. So, yeah, at least I have, you know, plans of action in case something does happen, because that's my husband and I love to set up just in case routes in life. You know, I was in high school before, boy, do I remember how my brain worked then. Yes, it's My gosh, yeah, it was all about sex in high school for me. Of course, I was dating my husband at the time, so I mean that's all we did. And my mom jumped down my throat about that too, because the only thing she could think of was, "Oh, pregnant. What if you get pregnant in here?" I got married in May. I'm glad there's schools out there that are dedicated to the deaf. Or there we go. Sorry. Um, had a little bit of technical issue there, but yeah, I mean, I think the deaf and the blind learn differently than the rest of us, and even the rest of us learn differently. Um, but yeah, it's everybody learns differently, and I think that I agree with my husband and what his family says is that schools should be set up to concentrate on everybody's strengths. Yeah, I'm back. I think schools should be set up to concentrate on people's strengths and help them with those strengths, and maybe touch a little on their weaknesses so that they're not so weak that they can't draw back on a weakness in case they can't get a job in their strength field. So instead of this generalized education that we have, to where it's possible to even decide what you want to be after high school. Because, I mean, I'm telling my kids right now, you better know what you want to be when you graduate high school. Because not that it's not fun finding out what you want to be later on in life. Exactly, that too. Shouldn't be afraid to talk about sensitive subjects. And and it's fun exploring who you are in college and everything. I mean, I never went to college, but talking to my friends that went to college and my sister, they say college is fun and everything. But my sister did change majors when she was in college, and she said that was expensive. And I'm telling my kid, cannot hold down a job. I just gets bad, and then I gotta quit, and it makes me basically quit the job. I can't hold down a job. I stay at home now and do work at home. I'm a housewife again, like I was when my kids were babies, when my kids, before my kids entered school. And that's hard. So yeah, so I mean, everybody has problems in life and everything, but man, some of these are not forced, or some of these, are just problems that shouldn't have happened in the first place. Some of these are problems that, if it wasn't for the school that my kids went to, I'd probably have my second born daughter again. I'd probably still have her, and it's just something else. It's something crazy, crazy, crazy. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, so that's basically what I just wanted to talk about is, chat with me about your family problems. I'm here to, either agree, disagree, or say whatever. Be indifferent. Everybody has problems out there. Everybody has something that they want to get off their chest. And I've been wanting to get that picture problem off my chest since last week. Um, so yeah, if you guys have anything you want to talk with me about, put it down there in the comments section, and I will happily talk to you about it. I'm an easygoing person. I mean, a lot of my friends say I'm easy to talk to. I'm honest. Um, yeah, I mean, I've been married for 16 years. If any of you guys are just starting out on marriage, I can give you advice. Um, you're easygoing too. Yeah, I like talking to people who are easy to talk to, and stuff like that. It makes it so much easier to be honest with people. So yeah, I mean, if anybody has anything else they just want to talk to me about, have an open book. Read me. Exactly, Armageddon. Exactly. Um, yeah, I mean, it's easy to talk to about people like that. Let's see. I thought I didn't have any gas left. Oh yes, I am planning on going live. I've always wanted to make YouTube videos. In case you can't tell, but I can't. I don't have the equipment to do Let's Plays. Um, and so I was just trying to figure out what type of videos I can do. And I think that going live and talking to you guys live is a lot easier than just, making a 20 to 30-minute video, and waiting for you guys to respond. And then making... Oh, you stream on Twitch now. Congratulations, Armageddon. I've met a lot of friends through Twitch. I got a lot of friends in, like, England that are on Twitch. I got a friend that's in Texas that Twitches. And yeah, and he's part of a group called Team Silent because they play nothing but Silent Hill games, and they talk about the Silent Hill games. They actually do in-depth playthroughs, which is about 8+ hours of Silent Hill games, and they speedrun all the Silent Hill games. And when I say all of them, I mean all of them. Book of Memories also. He hasn't... No one has... Team Silent hasn't streamed PT yet because no one can get their hands on it because, as you know, Konami just... you have to have a PlayStation 4 to play it to begin with, and like about a month or so after it was... after a year or so after it was out on the PlayStation Network, they pulled it off. So you can't play it anymore. So if they ever want to play Silent Hills PT, then they have to find a Konami. Like, oh my gosh. Yes, like Konami doesn't know what to do anymore. They were a great company once upon a time. They did make good games once upon a time, but I think that once Team Silent broke and left after Silent Hill 4, then they can just... yeah, then they just stopped caring. Yeah, now it's all about those pachinko machines, yeah. This is Reaper. This is my son's kitty. My son seems to own all the black kitties. He's so cute. Yeah, we got 14 cats now. So, yeah, there's a lot of cats. We have a lot of cats. Good thing we live on a farm. But I'm glad that they're all outdoor cats, too. I couldn't stand having all those indoors. Julius, what you doing? Well, it's not just that. It might be for some people, but not for us. It's just that cats kind of like to poop in the corner and not go into the litter box, so it's hard to clean that up. You're highly allergic. Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are like that. I have a lot of friends that say they would love to have a cat or two. but but someone in their family is allergic. So, oh, because I just wanted to come out here and have a cigarette, and so I figured I would just talk while I was smoking. Bad habit, yes, I know, but yeah, I started when I became a CNA because of all the stress and everything, all the hours I had to work. And it's not that I didn't, I liked being a CNA. It was just the depression that got to me. Um, yeah, I helped him out. I was hired for the day shift, and then I started working, a couple hours into the afternoon shift, and I started working the full afternoon shift, and then I started working over, and then I started picking up a little bit overnight, staying, from when I, from when they, from like, from like 10 to 11, 12 midnight, 1 o'clock to whatever. And then all of the overnight shift, and yeah, they just started basically working me wherever they needed me, which I told them was fine, but it gets to you, and I got burnt out too. I think what it was just burnout. So they say once it happens, and you can't do it again. Which they didn't mean for me to burn out. They thought that they were giving me ample time off and everything, but I think it was just more than I could handle. Because everybody's different in that regard. I don't see how people can be CNAs for I was a CNA for 2 years. I don't see how people can do it for 5, 10. I mean, there's a person that's been a CNA since the mid-90s. And that seems like it was such a long time ago, because it was. People have been CNAs for 20 years. Kudos to them and everything. Yeah, no, I mean, I think there's burnout in every career, in every job that there is out there. So, yeah, that's why I always tell my husband, take it easy. If you think you need a day off, take it. And he has vacation. I don't know how long he can actually, take vacation if he was to put them back to back. But he takes a day off here, a day off there. I mean, he does he's starting to do some traveling for his job too. I mean, he started off as a welder, and now he's an engineer in the same company. And he doesn't even have a engineering license or degree. He was just kind of Cinderella'd in, if you want to say it, because that's what the company says, that he basically grandfathered in, but not really grandfathered in. I think that he should. I think that he should go and actually get his engineering degree. I don't think it would be that hard or that long. It would just be the thing of it would be, it'd be money. And, I got a message. I got a text. Let's see what this is. I'm talking about real life here. Come on. Practice tomorrow for people who have missed practice at 7 a.m. Okay, so I don't think that has anything to do with my daughter. My eldest daughter is in one-act plays for the school, one-act competitions, and she was there for all of them. So let me just, and so go to that unless she wants to. It'd just be extra practice for her. Not that no one could use extra practice when it comes to plays. Oh, I did too. I took drama all through my high school years. In sophomore, junior, senior, I took it all. Drama 1. I was in drama 1 my sophomore year. My junior year I was in drama 2, but only for a semester. Then my senior year of high school I was in drama 2 again for a full year. Then I also took stagecraft also. And so I remember that one year. I remember my senior year, the play that we were doing the fall, was Peanuts. Charlie Brown, Snoopy, you know them, Lucy. And my crew got to build Snoopy's doghouse, which was so friggin' fun. I never thought that I could have fun actually building something. I just thought it would be like work. But no, it wasn't work. It was fun. So, yeah, I mean, I can't remember what we did, because, no, Stagecraft was only a semester, so I only did it for, yeah, as a semester class. Guess I could have done it year-round, but I just did it for a semester. And, yeah, it was so much fun. I mean, I had a lot of fun in high school, and it went by way too fast. So, yeah, I mean, all of my teachers loved me and everything. And I remember after Alexandra was born, I went back to my high school, and, to pick up my, I went for a visit, and I picked up my sister. It always goes way too fast, yeah. And I went to pick up my sister one day. I went to, I'm from Wyoming originally, so I was there in Wyoming for a visit. And it was like a month or so after Alexandra was born. And yeah, this was funny, because winters here in Nebraska are colder than winters there in Wyoming, because of the humidity. The humidity makes a great big difference. And so I was just walking around Rock Springs, Wyoming, in nothing but basically a heavy sweater, and everybody was like, "Aren't you freezing?" And I was like, "No." So I visited my drama teacher, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, you and Nathan had a baby." I was like, "Yes, we did." So yeah, I mean, we both had the same, because my drama teacher was also the senior English teacher. So yeah, we basically had the same teacher, but for different subjects. And yeah, he loved me and my husband. He loved me and Nathan. It was just, oh, it was amazing. Damn flies. Goes to Sparrow. Yeah, so I mean, I had a lot of fun. I just wish that my family just wasn't so, gung ho on trying to make my life miserable, because it seemed like, even though I had a good childhood and everything, some of my parents, like my mom, just wanted me to have like a miserable life. And I had a lot of friends that say, "You don't even know what a miserable is. You don't, your family's not poor. You don't have to basically wonder where your next meal is coming from. You basically have it made. You could ask for whatever you wanted." Why would they want the misery? I don't know. It just seemed like that they wanted me to be depressed when I was growing up. Like, no matter what I did. Okay, here's something that's stupid. Okay, you know how there's different races in the world? Like the blacks, the Mexicans, the Asians, And so when I was a little kid, and I was out and about with my mom, my dad, my grandma, I would see people of, different colored skin. And so when I would get my crayons out to draw, I would also color in, like the black people, the Asian people. I would make actually the races that there are in the world in my drawings. And for some reason, my dad thought that me drawing a black person meant I was angry. He even asked me that. He's like, "You're drawing a black person. Does that mean you're angry?" I was like, "No." And I went into counseling for that. My mom put me in counseling because she thought I was angry. Because I was drawing... because I was drawing black people. And then she got divorced from my dad. Yeah, counseling. And then when she got divorced from my dad, and got remarried, I did not like her. I did not like her second husband. I hated him with every fiber of my being. Something just didn't sit right with me. You know, there's people that you just look at and you're like, there's something about you, but I can't put my finger on. You know, they just rub you the wrong way. And, yeah, so my mom put me in counseling because I didn't like her second husband. You know what I mean? I was a little kid. I was like 5, 6, 7 years old when she remarried him. And I couldn't tell her why I didn't like him. Because I couldn't tell myself why I didn't like him. There was just something about him I didn't. And I basically was, I wasn't shy of saying that. You know, if he was going somewhere by himself, and I would ask him, basically, because, everybody asks, oh, you got your coat on. Where are you going? Yeah, so I'd say, where are you going? He's like, oh, I'm going to the store. And I would say, good. Period. Bye. And he's like, why do you always say that to me? Well, it's because I don't like you. My doctors thought I was faking my condition so much they recommended me for psychotherapy. How can you how can one fake being blind? Well, you had a really good dad. Yeah, but I'm just wondering how people can fake being blind. I mean, there's people that, yeah, you're by the really dark shades, but that can only go so far. Yeah, I am blind. Yeah, I am blunt. Very blunt. And it has gotten me in trouble. And I wasn't blunt when I was growing up. Trust me. I mean, it was only a few times when I would tell my stepdad, good, bye, like, don't come back. Whenever he was, like, going to the store, going out to see a friend, or they thought I faked the pain. Oh my god. I can see how people can fake the pain, because there's people that do. But yeah, I mean, you can't fake being blind. I'm sorry. Because there are tests you can do to tell if people are blind or not. So yeah, I mean, yeah, my parents are just, I mean, I had a friend when I was in junior high, and my mom and my dad tried to stop me being friends with her because, just because they didn't like her. So, yeah, so we had a great big, huge family meeting about that. Like, why do you like this family? Oh, we're all playing the flinching game. Yes. Yes, there's a good test. Because I don't think blind people can flinch. Like us seeing people can. Yeah, so, I mean, I had a friend when I was in junior high that my mom and dad didn't like. And we had a great big, huge family meeting because of it. And it was just, yeah, I mean, it was just crazy. I went into counseling for that too. I mean, it was just like, I felt like they didn't want me to have friends. I don't know what it was. I think they just wanted to keep me at home for the rest of my life, or for the rest of their lives. Someone to take care of them as they got older. My sister, she was brilliant. She was smart. When I was growing up, I was in resource classes and everything. Yeah, parents just don't understand. Right, Armageddon. Yeah, I was in resource classes basically all through my elementary years. Um, I had a hard time with school. One of my cats just did a great big huge jump in the air, probably trying to catch a bird. Um, yeah, school just wasn't for me. So it was just one of those things. I didn't, yeah, very cute. Um, yeah, my cats are adorable. For a dull moment when you have pets. Yes, I mean, so I feel like I've talked about my life up until this point. I mean, it's just those small isolated incidences that that made me, basically just move out on my 18th birthday. Like I said, my birthday's in April. And on my 18th birthday, I moved out of my mom's house. I was like, I cannot take this anymore. You guys are basically telling me I can't be with I can't they were telling me all through my senior year that I couldn't be with my husband. That he was bad news and everything. Basically forbid me from ever seeing him and everything, and I was still allowed, to talk to him on the phone, but I wasn't allowed to see him. So all through my senior year, it was planned for me to move out on my birthday. Him and I planned it, and I remember that day very well. I left school with Nathan. I told my friends that I'm getting a ride from my boyfriend. That is fine. You don't have to worry about anything. So I got a ride from him. We went up to my mom's workplace, and I told her, because my mom and dad are divorced. I don't know if I ever told you that. Yeah, my mom and dad are divorced. Yeah, and I went up to my mom's work, and I said, and I basically told her, I'm moving out. There's nothing you can do about it. Today I'm 18. You cannot stop me. So we went to Walmart, got some boxes, because at that time my husband worked at Walmart overnight, and so he'd been saving boxes for me to move, because we had, like I said, it was planned. And 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 oh god, and when I got back, when we got back from Walmart, we also went out and got something to eat too. Because I think I said I was hungry. So after we got done, we went up to my mom. We went up to my mom's house, and by the time I got there, my dad was there. I mean, I don't know what she thought my dad could do. I mean, my dad knows Wyoming law like the back of his hand, because he deals with Wyoming law. And he said, I don't know what your mom thinks I can do, but I think you are making a terrible mistake. And it was just, so I just, we went downstairs, got everything that we could haul in his car, and I left. Amy, because I'm not about people telling me what I can and can't do. I don't know if my mom and dad wanted me forever at their house or not. To tell you the truth, I don't know what their plan was. But I wasn't about people telling me. By the time I was in high school, by the time I was a senior, I wasn't gonna let people tell me what I can and can't do. I mean, my husband let me make the choice of moving in with him. My husband let me make the choice of whether or not we wanted to move to Nebraska. It's always been, we've always sat down and had this conversation, what, and he's always telling me, what do you want happen? What would you like to see come out of this? We need to make, we need to, whenever there's like a big investment that needs to be made, like buying a house or buying a new vehicle, he always asks me what my opinion is on it, what my thoughts are. And a lot of the time And a lot of the time, yeah, and most of the time we come to an agreement, basically meet halfway and say, yes, this is exactly what needs to be what needs to be happening. And growing up, I didn't, and here's another thing. We involve our kids in our decision making too. I mean, mom and us as parents, we have the last say, but we take their say into account too. We're like, okay, well, the kids say no, no on this because A, B, C, all the way to X, Y, Z. And sometimes our decision is based on what the kids think. Like, okay, well, yeah, they're humans too, and they're like I said, they're in junior high and high school. So why shouldn't their opinions matter? I mean, my husband and I are of that mindset that, well, our kids have friends, our kids are invested in this school now, so why should we, basically just uproot their lives in everything? Why should we uproot them when they only have this amount of years left in school? So a lot of the stuff that my husband and I want to do are actually put on hold until our youngest graduates high school, which is basically what most parents should do. But a lot of parents just seem to think, no, their jobs run their lives, and there are a lot of kids that basically just get uprooted from every school that they go to, and they move a lot, which there are a lot of jobs out there that you cannot help to do that. Yes, there are, like one of my cousins is in the military, and him and his wife and kids, they're always moving, which, yes, that's a job where you can't really help it. But there are a lot of jobs out there where you can help it. You just don't like the job you're at, and you think, well, if I, move to this state, maybe I'll be happier, or if I move to this city. I went to blind school, which was basically boarding school, so I only saw them on the weekends. Yes. And I think that there should be some type of boarding schools here in the States. I mean, I haven't heard of any boarding schools here in the States, not that I know of. I mean, we have private Christian schools and private Catholic schools, but the kids get to go home with mom and dad every day. There's a Christian school here in Central City, Nebraska, called a Nebraska Christian. And we actually have people, they actually have dorms there, but the dorms are only for the people who are like Chinese, Japanese, people who come from overseas, England, maybe Canada, because that's a pretty big school. It's a pretty big, well-known school, Nebraska Christian. And there's people that come from all over the world just to go to school there. Yeah. Yeah, I did try to send my kids there for 2 years. They didn't like it. I didn't like it either. It cost way too much, man. So as soon as my eldest was done with 6th grade there, we put him back into public school. So yeah, so that was the fun on that. So, yeah, and that... Yeah, see, the school there, though, didn't really have a uniform, except for on Fridays, they gave them... You had to buy special shirts that said Nebraska Christian on them, and you had to wear those every Friday. Talk about, hard keeping the laundry up, especially when you have to have certain shirts washed for certain days. But they only went to school 4 days a week. Yeah, mind control. Yeah, but they only went to school 4 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, so it was, a little bit tougher on them. I mean, I think they had longer time to do their homework because they had Friday night to Monday night to get work done for Tuesday. So I think they had longer time to finish their homework and everything, but yeah, it was just tougher. And there are, I've seen, and I've also heard in the news that there are some schools in Colorado that are trying the 4-day, public schools, they're trying the 4-day a week school system thing this year. So, so I guess I'll have to keep my eye on that and see how it goes. So that would be interesting, because if that works for Colorado, then I can't see why it wouldn't spread nationwide. Yeah, wishing that was around in the 90s. Yeah. I don't think I would have bitched if I had to go to school 4 days a week. But it's been almost an hour since I've been on here, so I think I'll just let you guys go. And like I said, if there's anything you guys want to talk to me about, leave it down in the comment section, and I will get back to you. Okay? Bye!